係咪要暫時
The police is once again firing tear gas canisters at protesters in Harcourt Road. They have just fired another 3 or 4 canisters or so, and some protesters are trying to put it down by pouring water on it.水唔該水。上機。我哋冇事啊！Excuse me, the shorter. As you can see, the protesters are trying to put water on the tear gas canisters. But it's still very exhausting for protesters to do so, as you can feel the pain in your eyes, in your face, if you got in touch with the smoke. And that is why a lot of them are wearing goggles, masks, helmets, hats. The person on the mic is League of Social Democrats Avery guiding protesters on how to deal with the tear gas canisters. Now going back to the front line of the police, they're staying away for a distance so that they will shoot at protesters. You can see at the back there's police with riot gear. And what's different from 2014 protests, although it's a similar scene, is that the protesters are not backing off. They would not disperse this time when they're being shot at with tear gas canisters. And you can still see a significant amount of people at the back still standing strong on their position. Another several canisters fired, but the protesters are not leaving. They seem to be more prepared this time against the police action. As far as I can see, there are at least more than 1,000 still being here. A mid-aged lady here is making an appeal to the police, asking them to stop. She says she will not leave and stay at that position. The protesters here, another canisters fired, the protesters are still staying in their position. This woman is asking the police to stop. You're also from Hong Kong, and the police is asking her to stop. They're pointing batons at her and ask her to go home. And the police is getting emotional, asking who threw bricks at them. The woman is asking them to calm down. The woman is asking for a police liaison officer to talk to her, and the police, the officers are still asking her to leave immediately. Another shot at the back. But apparently protesters are holding their positions well to stop the canisters, and it does not seem to be an effective way to disperse the protesters. Just to recap on what has happened today, it's today, Wednesday, is supposed to be the day for a legislative council meeting, when part of the agenda is to start the debate on the extradition bill, which the electoral president said he has reserved time until next Thursday, so that it has enough time for debate and then pass it. But protesters, some of which were here since last night, used the opportunity when the police guard was down during the early hours of today and occupied Harcourt Road which was occupied in 2014 during the protest seeking for general democracy. Now, as of the afternoon, the police started action to disperse the protesters. They have successfully regained a lot of ground in Admiralty, but as you can see, the police have been unsuccessful in dispersing some of the protesters. The signs that says warning tear smoke, meaning they will shoot tear gas canisters at protesters if necessary, and they have been doing so for dozens of times today. However, it seems that the protesters right now are gaining back ground, and they have figured out a way to deal with the tear gas canisters and gradually pushing forward again. The items on the ground have been lost here, including umbrellas, a lot of masks, gloves, banners, tissue papers, umbrellas, even a suitcase, helmets. And a lot of people are still unlocking from the bridges surrounding the area. It looks like the standoff will continue for a while. Some of these protesters are asking for Carrie Lam to speak up, to come out and talk to them. They also asked the police officers, you can choose to fire canisters in the wrong direction so that it does not hit the protesters. Now, the top official, highest level officials, has been spoken about the incident was Chief Secretary Matthew Cheung, the number 2 of the Hong Kong government. But Carrie Lam, the Chief Executive, has not spoken the whole day about the incident, and she has cancelled the appearances at the Hong Kong Stock Exchange for an event tonight. Apparently there were reports saying that she did an interview with the major news channel TVB, but it has not been published yet. No. That's right, the small tear gas canisters. But again, it's not effective anymore in pushing back protesters. They figured out a way to stop the canisters from burning by pouring water on it, and then quickly disperse back to their positions. The police officers grab a canisters and throw it at the position where one of the photojournalists was just around there. No.
有，
所以入口罩，
攞口吐，噴晒出嚟，得唔得？側邊係啦，斬翻，使唔使再嚟多次？攞多次，知會落翻，攞多次，揸住俾你。揸住，俾你啊。
打車！Excuse me, that was tiring. But protesters are regaining ground. These are the I am not sure why they're calling for journalists right now. It's an ambulance just got to the scene. They're asking protesters to move away for the ambulance. Now they're chanting die death to the Gong'an meaning the Chinese police, that's the name for a Chinese police officer. The police is now similarly changing its formation. This standoff has continued for almost 2 hours now. Now, according to the police commissioner, the chief of the police force, he said that tear gas, as you can see, and beanbag bullets and rubber bullets have been used to disperse protesters. that there have been someone injured during the process with potentially a shot to the head with a lot of bleeding, and according to reports, that person was now unconscious. We're not sure if that person was a protester or a reporter. And now the police is gradually pushing forward, not using tear gas, but with the launch shields. Protesters are still asking the government to retract the controversial extradition bill, which, if passed this month, would allow the Chinese government to apply for extradition of people physically in Hong Kong, no matter whether they're Hong Kongers or not. Now, the police has taken out this extended hose, which is pepper spray, and the two protesters stand at front. Now we just heard news about the protesters who were the person who sustained head injury during the protest was an outsourced driver of RTHK, Hong Kong's public broadcaster, not a protester. The driver was responsible for transporting video equipment, and he has lost conscience on the ambulance. The two protesters asked the police to remove the mask to talk. The police special force for the Raptors are going to disperse the protester on the other side as protesters throw items at them in retaliation. On the other side, police is moving as well. Now, the number of protesters at the back have not decreased, they're still here. The distance between the police and protesters is now quickly decreasing as police is closing in. You see that they are chanting 1, 2, 1, 2 and step back. Another tear gas. I believe the tear gas is flying through my back of my head, and I'm then thrown back to the police. The police on the other side are trying to contain the situation as well, with pepper spray, and items to be in front of them. Including helmet, water bottles. The tear gas canister.